Welcome to this episode of Cook at Home. I'm Mattia and today I'm going to keep you company as we create a fantastic recipe together. If you are here for the first time, let me introduce myself. I'm an Italian chef with a passion for home cooking and a desire to share my love for cooking with everyone who has the same passion. My partner George and I created Cook at Home to bring our culinary knowledge to anyone who wants to learn new techniques and discover tasty dishes to prepare at home. We are excited to share this culinary journey with you, so get ready to dive into the kitchen and have fun with us. Welcome in the kitchen. As a chef, there is nothing worse than the feared stuffed meal. After a long day in the kitchen, the last thing you want to do is figure out what to cook and risk disappointing your colleagues. That's why I created a recipe that's quick, easy and guaranteed to please everyone. Lemony chicken thigh with delicious vegetable side and sauce. This dish has become a staple in my kitchen and I want to share it with you for free on my YouTube channel. Not only it's tasty and convenient, but it also allows you to have control over the quality of the ingredients you use. Chefs in restaurants often have to cut corners and buy low quality ingredients to save costs, but this can have negative impact on taste and nutrition. I've never tried this recipe at home before, but when my partner Georgia tasted it, she immediately added it to our weekly meal plan. By swapping out the thigh for chicken breast, it's also a healthy option for you and your family. Don't waste any more time and energy trying to come up with a new meal. Let me show you how to make this delicious and nutritious dish that's sure to become one of your favorites. Let's start cooking. Let's start with the ingredients. We have 4 chicken thigh, the juice of 2 lemons, flour, rosemary, sweet paprika, garlic, butter, oil, 2 bunches of asparagus, parsley, and white wine. Start with the preparation of the asparagus. First, cut off the final part of the asparagus stalk because it's harder and more difficult to eat. After having washed and dried the asparagus, we can combine them into a single bunch and cut about 4 centimeters of the stalk. In the meantime, boil some water with a little salt. Set a timer at 2 minutes and cook the asparagus. While cooking those, you can prepare a bowl with water and ice that you will use to cool the asparagus down quickly. At the end of the 2 minutes, take the asparagus with the tongs and put them in the cold water bath we prepared before and set aside. Now, let's move on to the chicken. Start by melting the butter in a large frying pan. Add some olive oil to make sure that the butter doesn't burn. Then add the garlic and the rosemary. The herbs will give extra flavor to the fat. In the meantime, season the meat with salt and sweet paprika on both sides. Once done, remove the herbs from the pan. Turn up the heat until the butter gets toasted and becomes this hazelnut color. Now, before cooking the chicken, flour it on both sides. This will create a crust on the meat and thicken the sauce. You can then dip the chicken into the hot butter. Brown both sides until you get a golden crust like this. Be extra careful when cooking and pay particular attention at where the chicken needs to be browned the most. Remember that at this stage you are not cooking, but browning the chicken, so don't worry about it being cooked. As soon as you pour the wine into the pan, you will notice that the sauce is getting thicker. So let it cook for a few minutes until you don't smell the alcohol anymore. In the meantime, turn the chicken so that the sauce covers the fillet and gives it flavor. Now it's time to add the lemon juice, then the parsley. Cover the pan, lower the heat and cook for 5 to 10 minutes. This way the moisture will keep the meat soft and the flavor stays in the pan. Once cooked, remove the meat fillets from the pan, place them on a plate and cover them so you keep them warm. Drain the asparagus and put them in the cooking sauce to season them. Turn the asparagus and leave them in the pan for the time needed for them to get warm again. Now you should plate your dish. Put the asparagus at the bottom of a sharing plate. Then add the chicken thigh and finally the cooking sauce. The lemony chicken is now ready. Thanks for tuning in to Cook at Home, and I hope you enjoy learning how to make my lemony chicken thigh recipe. Remember, this recipe is quick, easy and perfect for those busy nights when you don't have the energy to cook a complicated meal. Plus, it's a great way to take control of the quality of the ingredients you use and ensure that you and your loved one are eating healthy and delicious food. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below, letting us know what you thought about the recipe. And as always, stay tuned for more mouth-watering recipes from Cook at Home. Ciao!